at work with another Wolff responds. President Trump and his government sent out a notice. I believe it went to all 50 state governments in the United States, basically offering them encouragement and guidance. Those are the words the order or the guidance used, to do the following. Not only to order quote unquote essential workers back to work, but much more than that, to basically say that any employer who ordered his workers back to work, if those workers refused the reopening of the enterprise, the factory, the office, the store, not only would the employer be free to fire them, but the unemployment insurance that they were receiving or might be eligible for could be and should be withheld from them. Now, you can dance up and down and left and right all you want, but you cannot dance around forever what this is. It has a name. It is called forced labor. To tell American people that even though their employer may have done little or nothing to make the workplace safe, they must go to work if the employer chooses, and if they don't, they will be immediately reduced to poverty. They will lose their job, they will therefore lose their income, and they will be deprived, or at least risk being deprived, of their unemployment insurance. Notice the government and whose side it's on here, if you ever had a doubt. Orders have gone out now repeatedly from the highest authorities in the country, ordering people back to work without any matching order for the employer to spend the money to make workplaces safe. And we know they have to be forced because the history of capitalism is the history of employers failing to spend the money to make workplaces safe. That's why we have the Occupational Safety and Health Administration here in the United States. That's why we struggled and passed the Food and Drug Administration's legislation that authorized them, and dozens of laws governing the control of meat and bread making and every other aspect of our society's food chain, as well as many other parts of the economy. So we have forced labor now in the United States. So desperate has capitalism become that it throws aside the veneer, the polite form, revealing underneath what Jack London called the iron fist. A capitalism that isn't anymore enticing you to work with a good wage or good working conditions. No. We now have capitalist employers telling you, you either come to work here if we offer you a job, or we're going to reduce you to nothing economically. No job, no income, no unemployment insurance. Forcing people to work. And suppose the employer cuts the wage, or suppose the employer changes the work pace. No, there's no rule that governs any of this. It's the same naked iron fist. You work or you suffer right away and seriously. There was a time not that long ago when Americans looked at other countries where they found forced or slave labor and were highly critical. Maybe Americans will continue to do that, but now they risk a response. Who are you calling names? Look to your own practices. Making workers risk life-threatening infections they could take home to their families because employers have not chosen to spend the money to make workplaces safe and have not been forced to by the government. That is a reduction of the last little bits of freedom workers had. And it's a sign of a capitalism not only in deep trouble, but becoming increasingly desperate, because the workers in the United States are understanding what is happening also, and there will be repercussions.